Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new here, hey, my name is Tenna and welcome to my circus. Today's video, I got my hands on some Dose of Colors products, some highly anticipated makeup from the summer from the Iluvsarahii collection. We've got an eyeshadow palette, we've got a highlighter, we've also got a lipstick, and we're gonna try all of these things out today. So if this is something that you are interested in, then go ahead and stick around. Otherwise, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I don't see why you wouldn't, because we're cool around here. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the video. So when I went to Ulta to pick these things up, like really, I was thinking to myself, like, Dose of Colors is such, like, they have such pretty eyeshadows. Like, their eyeshadows are amazing, their lipsticks are amazing, and I'm like, why don't I have more of their stuff? And that's because I remember that they are expensive AF. So basically, the first things up is the eyeshadow palette, which is this guy right here. It comes in this cute little peachy pink packaging, and then we've got kind of like the matte palm tree leaves on there. It's very cute. This guy, as small as it is, cost me $35. Yes, I know. This little guy, $35, I know. But Dose of Colors has got some amazing eyeshadows. So basically, let's go ahead and open this guy up, and look how cute it is. So now we have the palette here. We've actually got the cute little palm tree leaves all on it. And when you open her up, you get 6 shadows. So it looks like we got 4 shimmers and 2 mattes. This is what they look like. Very cute. I am super excited to dive into this blue color right here. I've been super excited about it. I know that Dose of Colors put out their block party eyeshadows, and there was one that I got and I wanted to buy it. I actually did buy it, and it was $20 for a single eyeshadow. It was ridiculous. But I got it home and it was broken and they didn't have any more in stock. So anyway, this one very closely resembles that shade that I wanted, and instead of paying $20 for a single shade, I have paid $35 for 6. So we're gonna go ahead and test these out, play with them, put them on the eyes, all that good stuff. I'm not gonna do swatches on this just because there's enough colors in here that we'll basically be able to use most of them in an eye look, and I'm a bigger fan of using eyeshadows on the eye versus doing swatches. I just think that it's better representative of how the colors actually work on your face. And I did swatch them inside of Ulta. They are sickening. So let's go ahead, zoom in on my face. I already have my eyebrows on, but we're gonna go ahead and do my eyes, and we're gonna figure out how this stuff works and how awesome it is. Alright, so before I zoomed in, I did actually tape off my eye here. I'm gonna try and do kind of like that cat eye eyeshadow look today. I've actually never done this before, so wish me luck. I don't know, I always see people do it and it looks really cool. So we're gonna try doing it and we're gonna see how it comes out. So first things off, let's go ahead and grab us a nice big old fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna go in here with my Morphe M504 brush, which is this big fluffy guy right here. Very good for washing a color over the entire eye. We're gonna go into the first shade right here, which is this nice peachy shade, and it is in the color Finders Keepers. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip right on into there with the brush. Not really that much fallout. There's really no fallout at all, and you get some nice color payoff. So let's go ahead and pop this on into the crease and just kind of wash it all over our lid. Very pigmented, as you can see so far, and it's blending out very nicely, very easy to work with. All right, next I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of a tapered blending brush. This is my MAC 224 brush. I'm gonna go into this deeper kind of brownish red color right here. This is in the color Poquito Mas. I'm loving all these little Spanish names, it's so cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip right on into there. Again, not really any fallout, but lots of good payoff on the brush. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck that into the crease, being careful not to muddle it too much into this peach. This one is insanely pigmented, as you can see, like crazy pigmented. I'm gonna go ahead and take that other brush that had the peach on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of blend this out. Alright, next I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of my MAC paint pot in the color Painterly. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the crease here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nice flat concealer brush to do this. And I'm going in with a Morphe M421 brush to do this. so I went ahead and cut the crease out almost into kind of like a cat eye. So next I'm gonna go in with a flat kind of a liner brush. This is like such an old brush, I've had it forever. It is a Smashbox brush. I'm actually gonna go into this black, and this black is beautiful, you guys. If I can zoom in on that so you guys can really like see, look at that. The glitter and the shimmer in that is like amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the black. I'm gonna take it on this flat brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of line and carve out the tail end of this eyeshadow look. Alright, so that is the black. The black is extremely pigmented. The only thing that kind of sucks is that you see all that pretty glitter in it, but it definitely goes away when you brush it on. I'm going to see if I can take a little bit on my finger and see if I can press it on to the end there to see if I can get some of that glitter back in there. A little bit, but nothing like too crazy. So yeah, I was able to get a little bit of glitter back in there, but if you kind of look on my finger here, it's definitely got a lot more of the glitter on it on my finger than it does on my actual eye, which kind of blows. So next, I'm gonna go in with a nice little packing brush. I'm gonna go in, it's just like a simple little Urban Decay brush that comes with all the Naked palettes. I'm gonna go into this beautiful blue color. I'm gonna try this with a brush first and see how it goes on with just a brush. If not, I may have to go in and wet it or apply it with a finger. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that, and I'm gonna press it on from the middle of the lid kind of over till we did that black. So this seemed to went on it just fine with just the brush. I think oh, this is so pretty, you guys. This blue is beautiful. I kind of want to wet it a little bit just to see what would happen. I mean, it's beautiful on its own, but I'm just kind of curious. So I'm going to take a little bit of it on a brush, take a little bit of some MAC Fix Plus, and we're going to pack it on and see if it gets any bluer. Oh yeah, that totally just like, I didn't think it could get any prettier than like dry. But it definitely magnified this into a very, very metallic blue. Yes, holy cow, guys, this is such a beautiful, beautiful color. All right, next I'm gonna take another nice little flat brush that I can go in with. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe M425 brush. We are gonna go into this beautiful gold color right here. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna lay that down on the inner corner. So there's the blue. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this last color in here that we have not used. It's kind of like a champagne, kind of a shimmery color right here. I'm gonna take that on a little pencil brush, and I'm just gonna put that into the inner corner. That way we can make sure that we use all of the colors in this palette. And it makes for a very beautiful inner corner highlight. All right, let's go ahead and peel these bad boys off. That actually came out kind of cool. I've never done it before, although don't mind all this bullshit right here because had a lot of fallout from the black onto the face, but that is okay. Yes. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my face really quick, and then we will be back up to finish up the look and play with all of the rest of the colors in this collection. All right, so I went ahead and I finished up my face. I did take more of that black eyeshadow and run it along my lash line. Simple, like didn't add any other colors, just took a little bit of black and just blended it out along my lash line, and I threw on some lashes and some mascara. So that right there is the finished eye look. You guys, I am so freaking impressed with this eyeshadow palette. Granted, yes, it's very expensive. It's $35 for 6 shades. However, Dose of Colors, if there's one thing that they do right, it is eyeshadows. The blues, the shimmers, everything in here are to die for. They blended to filth, and it's just, they're just beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow shades. And it made, you know, me trying out this different type of taping eye method really easy for me. So I definitely give this a 2 thumbs up. If money is not an issue for you and you are willing to pay $35 for 6 eyeshadows, then I definitely recommend getting your hands on this. Otherwise, if not, I do feel like there are a lot of other different eyeshadows out there that can, you know, substitute for this. I do think that these, you know, these nude colors, you can find these in basically any eyeshadow palette that's out there, especially the Jaclyn Hill palette. You can mostly find most of these colors in the Jaclyn Hill palette. You know, this gold, this champagne kind of shimmer. The main reason why I purchased this palette is because of these two colors right here. I was in love with this blue and I was in love with this black color, and they both work beautifully. The blue was more than I could have imagined on my eyes. The black, I'm a little bit bummed. It lost all the shimmer, so it's just shimmery in the pan. You do lose basically 90% of the shimmer once it goes onto your eye and it becomes a basic black. However, the black is extremely opaque. It's extremely easy to use. I did have a little bit of fallout just from packing it on, but besides that, beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows. Next one up that I did get my hands on, there are two different highlighter shades. I got my hands on one of them. The other one was a little bit too like silvery champagne-y for me. I got this one in the color Soulmate, which I thought was a super, super cute name. I paid how much for this guy? I paid $28 for this guy. So yes, $28 for a highlighter. Dose of Colors is not cheap, y'all. I don't know why they're so damn expensive, but their stuff works extremely well. So again, it comes in the cute little palm tree packaging like so. If we go ahead and open her up and take off this little thing, this is basically what the highlighter looks like in the pan. It is this beautiful champagne gold color and I'm here for it. So let's go ahead and take a nice little brush. Let's go ahead and take it and see how beautiful this is going to be on the face. I'm just going in with my Morphe R36 brush. Let's go ahead and highlight this face to filth. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So this is definitely a blinding highlight. It's beautiful. It's not glittery, and I feel like it blends into the skin very, very well. I think it's very pretty. Especially if you're gonna pay $28 for a highlighter, this shit better be like life-changing. So go ahead and use the little compact. Yeah, this is a beautiful color. I think that this shade in general will look really, really good on medium to deep skin tones. I think that the other one that they have that's a little bit more like a pink champagne color would be a little bit too, it's just a little bit too silvery. I feel like I would get that silver reflect on the face that you're used to getting when you have too much of a silver highlight. So that is the highlighter in the shade Soulmate. I think that it's very pretty. Do I think that it's worth $28? No, I do think that there are other highlighters out there that work just as well. Jeffree Star Cosmetics has quite a few gold highlighters. I just feel like there's so many people have gotten highlighters right in general. I mean, you could even go to Wet n Wild and get a highlighter just like this. If this is something that you just want to collect and you like Dose of Colors and you want to support her, then I definitely recommend picking this up. I do think that it's pretty. It's very blinding. It's a beautiful highlight. It melts right into the skin. However, $28 I do think is a little bit steep for a highlighter. I did get my hands on it just because I wanted to try it out, but you know, it's very pretty. I do like it. I think it's beautiful. I do just think it's a little bit pricey. Last thing up to try out are the lips. I only got my hands on one lipstick color, and I'll tell you why. I got it in the color Aesthetic, which is kind of a deep brown kind of color, which I thought would be really pretty with this eye look. She's got a few other lipstick colors. She's got one that's more of a peach color and one that is more of a nude color that would not look good on my skin tone. I did swatch them and I kind of looked a little crazy, like ashy on the lips. It did not look good on me. And she had one other red lipstick in the color like Frisa, which is I think strawberry in Spanish, which is a beautiful strawberry color. However, I did keep the swatch on the back of my hand. I came home and I realized that the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the color Boss is the exact same color. So I did not purchase it. If it was a different color, I was gonna go back and buy it because it is such a beautiful color. But when I came back and realized that the color Boss was the exact same color, I could not justify spending $18 on a lipstick. So that is how much these cost. They are $18 a piece, which is usually standard amongst high-end makeup. You're gonna spend about $18 on a lip color. So I did not pick it up. There was also two other lip glosses. There was one that was a nude. Again, that was a little bit too light for me. I didn't think that I would like it all that much. And there was another one that was just a clear gloss with a bunch of gold glitter in it, and I have a ColourPop gloss that's just like that. So I didn't get my hands on the entire collection just because I do feel like there are so many brands out there that already have made some of these things, and I couldn't justify purchasing it when I know I already own something that is just like it, which is like a perfect dupe. However, this one was a little bit different. I will say that it was very close to the Jeffree Star Cosmetics lipstick in the color Leo. However, this one I feel like is a little bit more deeper and a little bit more red. So it comes in this beautiful nude packaging. I think this is such pretty packaging. Very pretty on the eye. And you go ahead and open it up and you can see that it's kind of like this deep kind of chestnutty color. So let's go ahead and put this on and see how it looks. Alright you guys, and that is the color Aesthetic. It's definitely different now that I have it on the lips. It's kind of like a rusty kind of brown color. I think this is going to be a beautiful fall color. So I'm excited that it came out now. But I think that it also really works for summer because it kind of reminds me of like a fiery, kind of orange in a sense, but a little bit more rusty. So I think that this will be really cute for fall when we get there. Yeah. And the formula is extremely comfortable. I do have some Dose of Colors lipsticks already, and they are very comfortable formulas. That is another thing that they did get right, are their lipstick formulas. So I am a huge fan of them. They're very opaque. They go on one swipe coverage. And they basically last all day. I mean, I throw it in my purse just in case of any touch-ups later on, but even through eating, talking or drinking, whatever throughout the day, I do find that this stays on all day. So anyways, you guys, that is it. That is the entire, well, not the entire collection, but most of it. We got to see the eyeshadow palette, we got to see one of the highlighters, and also one of the lipsticks. I do recommend this line. I do think that it's extremely beautiful. I would definitely get my hands on it if it's in your budget. There are some dupes out there. There are other palettes that you can get. There are other lipsticks that you can get. There are other highlighters that you can get. So by all means, don't get it just because it's the thing to get right now. It is pricey. So that's one complaint that I will say about Dose of Colors, is that I do find them to be a little bit too expensive, and I don't know why. Their formulas are very nice, but I don't find them to be any more like ridiculous than some other companies that I've used. Like back in my BoxyCharm haul, maybe a month or so ago, when they gave us that Alamar palette and that had the blues in there, I think that the blues and the golds in there are just the same as this, and that palette alone by itself with 6 colors was $18. You could buy basically 2 of those for the price of this one Dose of Colors eyeshadow palette. So that is my only complaint with Dose of Colors, is that I do find that they are a little bit too expensive. Like I'm like, girl, you are not Gucci, you are not, you know, Marc Jacobs beauty, you are not Versace beauty. Like, you're Dose of Colors, you are a, you know, indie brand, which is fine. I just feel like they need to stay a little bit competitive with everybody else. I feel like that's probably the reason why we don't see so many people using their products, is because they are so damn expensive, but they're very good products. I'm not going to knock it. So anyways, you guys, that is it. That is all that I have, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.